It's an honor to fly this airplane. Just to fly this airplane, it's so rare, and it represents such a courageous generation of people. I never get into this airplane that I don't think about those 19, 20, 21-year-old young airmen, pilots, and for that matter, enlisted members that were manning the guns in an airplane they hardly knew. I mean, they only had about 165 hours total time when they came to the B-17.
Now for your flight today, it's real comfortable. It's not pouring down rain. It's not real cold like what the guys had to, experience back in the day. And the best part is nobody's shooting at you, so that's even better. So,
the way we do it is we take the airplane kind of barnstorming fashion, go city by city, kind of like a traveling circus, for lack of better words. It's one thing to see it just sitting there and just kind of, imagine what it sounds like, what it smells like when it's operating and things like that, and what it looks like in flight. But actually see one in person that, it's running, it's operating, it's flying, and that kind of thing. The difference is night and day, and it's just truly awe-inspiring, and it really brings to life, the history behind it.
Fantastic experience. Being able to see everything and being able to walk around the plane as it's flying you feel like you're walking in their shoes even for a couple of minutes, because you're literally sitting on the same table that somebody else did to drop bombs. You're sitting in the same seats that a navigator would use to pilot his plane back home. Definitely takes you back in time.
It takes all of a pilot's strength to keep a 30-ton fortress in tight formation. Higher and higher, climbing to reach your best operational altitude, 25,000 feet. You look out at the strange world beyond, reflections in plexiglass, like nothing you ever saw before, outside of a dream.
It's a fantastic experience to be able to get to fly B-17. There just aren't very many of them left in the world, of course, and not very many people left, that are able to get the opportunity to fly one of these. It takes you back to basic flying skills, no automation, it's all manual. It doesn't take away from the fact that I love flying the airplane. It's a lot of fun. Just can't be beat no matter where you go. You're kind of the center of attention, and it's pretty cool, pretty cool.
I've always been a history buff, and something like this is real special to me because I do feel strongly that, we don't have enough history shared in our schools and things like that for people to have an opportunity to learn about, the different sacrifices that our men and women made throughout the years to keep our great country, the country that it is.
Probably the biggest thrill, though, has come from it is meeting the veterans and hearing some of the stories that have never been heard before. You'll have a veteran coming out here who probably is in a walker of some sort or even a wheelchair. We get him up in the airplane, helping him. But once he gets in the airplane, he becomes a teenager again. They zip through the whole fuselage. They go to whatever station they had, during a combat. They know where all the controls are. They can close their eyes and touch everything. And as you probably saw, moving around inside, you got to bend over. You got to be careful where you are. Hit your head. Stumble on different pieces of machinery on the floor. These guys, they just become a teenager again. So it's magical, really, to see what happens.